In this video, we're going to learn a new command called Revolve, and we're going to finish up the support structure of this accessible ramp that we created. So we wanted to kind of terminate at an overlook, and then we also want to create a guardrail so people will not fall off the ramp. And then it will be nice to create some seating down here and some shading device up here. Because if you sit down here, the ramp itself is a shading device. But if you're up here, it might be good to also have some shading provided. So let's try to create a circle here. So we just type in circle, or we can click on this icon right here, and then here's the center of the circle. We snap to it, and then we'll just make the diameter, let's just say 30, or maybe 20, let's just say 10 maybe. Let's do 15. Okay, so 15 looks good. So hit enter, and then click on this circle right here, and we can review the Gumball command. If we click on this dot right here, the circular shape right here, it's gonna allow us to extrude the curve, kind of like what we did in SketchUp. So we know that the ramp is about 20 feet above the ground. We like to have a shading device that's located about 10 feet above that. So let's just extrude by 30 feet. Enter. So we just created a surface by extruding that curve. And this is about 20 feet high. That's about 10 feet. And then now we want to make sure that there's a guardrail protecting people from falling off. So what we can do is to do offset. Well, actually, we can do the extrude curve again. So in this case, we're not able to select the edge of this poly surface, so we'll have to type in extrude curve, spacebar, enters, and now it's going to allow you to select the edge of a poly surface as your curve. So now we got that edge selected as a curve. We can right click, press enter or space bar, and then the extrude distance, we want it to be 3.5 feet. So now we just created a guardrail. And then it would be nice to create a shading device. So let's do offset, and then we'll be able to select the edge of this poly surface as a curve. And then we can offset by 10 towards the outside. And now we can use it as a way of creating a shading device. Let's type in patch and hit OK. So we just created a surface, and we actually want it to be about 6 inches in thickness. So we can click on it, select the surface, and then the Gumball tool shows up again. Again, we can click on the circular object or symbol there and type in 0.5 and enter. So we just extruded that surface into a solid that's about 6 inches in thickness. Now let's try the revolve command. We'll choose this little cross-section profile that we created before, and then let's just copy that. Type in copy, point to copy from. Let's select this little corner right here, and then we'll copy to the edge of this poly surface we just created. And then now we can try the revolve tool. Type in revolve, spacebar, select curve to revolve, so it's our cross-section profile, and then right click, press enter with spacebar. Now it's asking us for the axes. So the axes will be anywhere. Let's just choose the wireframe mode. We can see this axis that we created before. So the end of revolving axis, and then we can basically click anywhere else, and then start angle is 0, right click, and we'll just sweep it. We'll just revolve it all the way around 360 degrees. So right click, enter again. or space bar. So now we can go back and take a look at the final outcome. So we just created a sitting edge that's about 1.5 feet in width. And then also up here, it's about 1 foot wrapped around this column that we created. So I encourage you to create different variation of this. Maybe think about this column as a possible staircase, as a elevator, corridor, and so on. All right, I will see you in the next video.